for
I was going to say, okay.
Division II.
Northville, it's 0-0 at the half. That was 3 minutes ago from Northville, who's playing Canton today.
Northville's another very experienced team. I believe they returned 17 players from last year's Final Four team.
And we're officially underway here for district semifinal game number 2, the Troy High Colts against the Royal Oak Ravens. Alongside my broadcast partner, Dan Stickrat, I'm Jonathan Turner. As this ball is thrown in by Nick Worrell.
Brother Rice was the D2 state runner-up last season, had as many as 8 college prospects in their starting lineup.
Oh, look at this. This is the opportunity early here for the Troy High Colts, and it's going to go in. While the Ravens start this one off early, that's Omar Martinez. So Royal Oak gets on the board.
First shot attempt of the game, and you don't want to give a team confidence.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in. A goal there by Nick Worrell, and we are tied up here 1 apiece. And then this will be fired, and that's going to go off the crossbar. And then it goes to Levitt, who I think was in an offside.
Talent level.
He'll take one with his left foot, far post for diving Worrell, and just misses.
That was a great effort.
Strong team this year. This is Palomino. Palomino for Worrell. Worrell will receive it, and he'll bury it. And just like that, Nick Worrell, with the brace, puts the Troy Colts up 2-1 here with 1.5 minutes to play in half number 1. He'll take a shot, a save on McGee. What a beautiful save that was, the shot. Klex. He'll take a shot far post. Look at this ball.
That's in.
In. I believe that was number 3, Clay Kuzmano. And they'll go up 3-1.
Perfect cross from.
Oh, look at this ball over the top for Sotomayor. Can he get a touch on it? He does.
It's in the net.
And that is going to go in. So Sotomayor gives the Ravens here an opportunity. U of D. They were down 3-0. Everybody down 3-0 against University of Detroit Jesuit, and came back and won that game 4-3. So they have the ability to do that. As now look at this. Now we're going to see an opportunity,
and Troy's goes right back.
In, and they come right back. Wow. Is going to skip, and now this is Lisney off the post and off Yee.
holes in the back of the net, to keep it close.
Oh, look at this. Now Yee, once again, the shot. And that one's going to go in.
I'm proud of them. I mean, when we got the 2-1, I was going, we're scaring these guys, And then when we got done, even on that last one, we got to 3-2. There was still hope because what we did to U of D, I thought, okay, we're going to come back, we're going to get another one. And then, I'm proud of these guys. They stood up there, they played a hell of a game. We'll come back next year.
What can you say about Troy's offense? Because they have a lot of weapons. It's kind of like pick your poison in terms of marking someone out of the game. You try to walk Morrill. They've got Palomino and several others.
Right, and that I was talking to the Berkeley coach prior to that. He was telling me the same thing because they play these guys enough. And I just, it's amazing what those two guys can do together. They move the ball. There was 8 guys attacking all the time. And that's just a hard one for anyone to cover. Hands are shaking.
Just a little. We'll manage. I thought McGee held up well though. He had some really nice saves, and especially when it was 2-1 right there at the start of the second half, he had 2 or 3 really good ones to keep you hanging around.
Exactly. He did the same thing when we played U of D. He was on the game and just performed outstanding. He's going to be good next year. He's only a junior this year.
You pleased because he wasn't the starting goalie most of the season, correct?
Correct. What we did this year is we actually had 3 good goalies. So once we lost one goalie, Griff came up, and then Tony was the backup, and then Tony was the regular one, and then Griff was the backup. So I tried giving everybody even chances this year. But yeah, I mean, it works out. It paid off, and we were compatible for a while.
Can you assess the season overall? 12-5-3.
It was the big games again. It was Grove, Seaholm. For some reason we let down a little bit, but again, these guys, they can score.
But survive in advance, and you survived.
Yeah, it was great. And stick of us, the kind of goals we gave up today, and maybe you needed to have that day, and I'm glad it happened today when we scored some goals and against an opponent that we were kind of really pinching. So proud of the response after the goals, right? So they scored a goal, we came down, scored a goal, and then we took control of the game. We got ourselves a lead. I emptied the bench. We give up a bad ball. They score another goal, and we respond less than a minute later with a goal. So at the end of the day, proud of my guys for the effort. Again, at this time, you're just taking it one at a time, and now we'll be ready for Berkeley.
What are your thoughts about Berkeley? A very solid defensive team, giving up 8 goals all year. And when you have 5 ranked teams in your league, no one's giving up a lot of goals.
Yep, they don't give up very many chances. We played them once already. We had a lot of looks at the goal that their goalkeeper did an outstanding job on. Scored on a fortunate deflection in that game. But, at the end of the day, we're going to have to be a little bit more stout defensively. And I think we will be. Hopefully we'll get a couple guys back that one didn't play today, and then we had Carter that wasn't 100%. He only played 50% of the game today. So we'll get those guys back, and we'll be ready to go on Thursday.
Let's talk about Worrell and Palomino. It wasn't just all the things they put on the board, though there was plenty of that.
Yeah.
It just seems like every time you look up, one of them's got the ball and something dangerous is happening.
Yep, they're really good around the box. Nick has been the beneficiary of a lot of Johnny's work this year, scoring a lot of goals. That's first goal we scored today was outstanding. Good strike backside. They give him too much space, and he cracked one. And even the second one, right? Johnny Palomino receives it, beats 2 players, skins the third guy, and slips a ball in behind for an easy tap and goal for Nick on the second one. And they've been really good. And it's unfortunate that Palomino's numbers aren't quite as high as they were last year, but his importance to being with Nick and to being with the midfielders and what he's done and Nick have done for the rest of the team, creating chances to score goals, has been awesome. So I can't say enough about those guys. They'll be super important to us on Thursday.
What are their totals like right now in terms of?
Nick's got 20 goals and 7 assists, I believe, or 8 assists, and John Palomino's got 6 goals. And after today, I think he had an assist today, 6 goals and 11 assists. He's gotten a lot of assists. He just, as you guys see, just a little bit snake bit around the goal, right? Ball's not going in, ball's going a little wide. He's creating a lot of good chances. When he starts getting going, though, in a game, it's just going to be a great downhill battle for him running with the ball and scoring goals. It just hasn't come this year.
That being said, other teams have a hard time man marking because you got not just those two guys.
Yeah.
You have a lot of guys that can finish.
Yeah, Kuzmano's great in the middle of the midfield. Yusuf Kershista today, header wide. I mean, a couple balls wide. I mean, we didn't play one of our more attacking players and one of our better players, Mark Lisney, much today because the other guys were doing a really good job. But he's been great for us attacking people. We've got a lot of options, and we got 4 or 5 different systems that we can play. It just depends on what the other team's going to do, and we're prepared. And I mean, this time, like talking to Steve after his game and before ours, like we know each other. We're not going to learn anything new in the next 2 days about each other, and it's going to come out and be a battle, and we expect that, and we're looking forward to it.